Hey boys, welcome back to some Nrl Supercoach 2022, and oh my god, Supercoach giveth and Supercoach taketh away. It was a shocking week, coming off probably two of the best weeks we've had all year. We've had some good weeks, but the last 2 weeks back to back were stellar. Things went well. Nailed the captaincy option, and the third week, oh boy, we scraped just past 1,000 to 1,027. I honestly, after that round, I wasn't even keeping up with scores after what had happened, and I'm sure you can tell what happened. But after it happened, I pretty much didn't even really look at scores. I was devastated. But I was honestly expecting to drop, I don't know, anywhere from like 300 to 500 spots, but we only dropped 130 spots. We're back to 258. So unfortunately, the top 100, we probably could make up ground if things go our way, but it's probably a little unlikely now, which is disappointing. But those 2 really good weeks, only one of those weeks really got evaporated with this poor one. And honestly, the Cleary captaincy, that was obviously the nail in the coffin. But even besides that, a lot of our players just didn't perform this week. And you're gonna see one of the other. It was a week just everything went wrong for us. I've got to be honest. Everything went wrong. We had some big scores, but everything went wrong. I'm gonna be honest with you. It was frustrating to see, and you're gonna see what I mean in a second here. But we'll go through. So Cam McKinnon got fucking 85 points. Didn't play him. Harry Grant got 57. I'm pretty sure he got robbed of a try assist. I'm pretty salty about this one. He didn't get that. I'm pretty sure he didn't get that try assist, which is crazy. I know it copped a deflection, but like, I don't know. Some of the try assists they give out, it's like, I don't know. They're doing my boy Grant dirty these last few weeks. Like he's still averaging. I don't know how he's still averaging 74, but he's had a couple of bad weeks, which is annoying, especially because McKinnon's got 85. But it is what it is. Our front row. Whew. One area we can't be disappointed is the front row. Tarpany 113, Isaiah Papali'i 101. And there was a Tarpany got sinned in that score as well. I honestly, if there's any other weeks that the captaincy is a little bit like, who do I put it on? I should just put the captaincy on Tarpany, dude. Like he's getting 80 plus so easily every week, and I can't really see Ricky Stewart reducing Tarpany's minutes. Like they need him. They need him out there. So massive from our front rowers. Max King with a 51, Polle with a 36, which is not too bad, honestly. He's making money, I guess. And if I did need him for an AE, it's not that shocking, honestly. Our back row was absolutely shite. I'm also pretty fucking pissed about Adam Elliott. He only got 51 points. He was on I was watching this game, and Tarpany and Elliott were killing it for like the opening stanza, and Elliott was on like 60 odd points, and like I know I said I wasn't looking at scores. I did watch this one because I just was curious to see how Tarpany and Elliott were going, because they were on fire, and Elliott was on like 60 odd points, and then he injured his, I don't know. Yeah, he injured his hip, so he didn't come back on the field, which was frustrating. But he's on 60-odd points. I'm pretty sure they took the line break off him, and I think this is like the second week in a row, or second time in a few weeks that they've done this to Elliott, which is fucked up. Like, I remember it. Like, he broke through the line. Some of the ones where they take the line breaks off are ridiculous, because it shouldn't matter, like, if they run 10 meters or 5 meters or 50 meters. If you break through the first line of defense, that should be a line break. Like, I'm very upset. He got 51 points. He should have got way more than that. I'm filthy. Dave Fafita 49. It was, oh man, this was a frustrating game to watch. So they fucking... Oh, the Titans. The Titans are actually the worst team in the comp to watch this year. They are absolutely miserable. Like, I don't know, probably the Knights are worse to watch, but the Titans, because I don't go for the Titans, but I do sort of, I sort of go for the Titans, so it makes it even worse. But so for Fafita, playing on the right-hand side, right, doesn't see pretty much any good footy. They just don't give him the football when it's just a good opportunity. And they constantly attack to the left with Beau Fermor, who actually played a pretty good game. But then they switched them. I don't know why they switched them, but Fermor went on the other side and Fafita on the left. I think is he on the left or right? I don't know. But they switched them. And then, after they switched them, they literally went to the Fermor side again. They just kept going to Fermor. Fucking hell. It's just maddening. It's just maddening to watch. So he got 49, and then Crichton with a 44. Absolutely shocking as well. Honestly, I don't even remember this game. The Roosters game. Obviously, two of our boys killed it, but Crichton, I don't know. I don't remember seeing him at all. Olakau'atu obviously didn't play, but he'll be nice and fresh this week. Tamalolo 76. I got to be honest, I'm surprised Tamalolo only got 76 because he had a try assist, a line break assist, and a line break himself, unless they took that line break off him for some reason. So yeah, I was actually expecting him to get a bit more, but I mean, got to be happy with that. 76 is pretty good. Our halves, so you'll see. Oh my god, this is where like shit just absolutely just threw me into turmoil. For one, obviously the Cleary one. 4 points as captain. He was on, like, he was set to get like a pretty, like, even if the Panthers didn't end up winning that and the Eels still played really well and the Panthers didn't score that many tries, Cleary was still on to get like a decently probably 70 plus score because he got that early try assist and he was on like 20 odd points. And then he got sent off, so he didn't even get 0 or negative, which would have meant I got the vice-captain loophole. Oh, absolute disaster. Absolute disaster. That's a shocker. And I mean, you can't say I'm not consistent. I've said it before. I said it when I had my 2 weeks last week where I nailed the captaincy with Manu and then Tedesco with their 190 and 150 respectively. And I said it then, that the captaincy system in Supercoach is garbage and I hate it. And this week, I'm saying the same thing. Obviously, the captaincy rule in Supercoach is garbage. And I it's funny because I saw some people on Twitter finally start to be like, oh, they should make it like you get 1 second chance with your captaincy in Supercoach, because obviously they must have captained Cleary as well and they were upset. But and then I saw a couple of people reply being like, no, it's Supercoach, you shouldn't be able to get a second chance. It's RNG. But I'm like, why? Like, I just have to wonder, do people actually like the captaincy thing in Supercoach? Because I mean, I've said it so many times now, and it's funny because I'm pretty sure last week when I was talking about it, it wasn't this exact scenario. I think I was more like, oh, if someone gets injured in the first minute and they score 1 point, then you get your double. But I manifested it onto my own team because I kept talking about it. But a send-off. And it's like, yeah, it's just such an outdated system. Because like I keep saying, in years gone by, the captaincy, a captain getting like 70 plus, 70 to 80 points was like really solid, and that's what you would pretty much look to get every week. And it wouldn't absolutely change the weeks. Like, it wasn't such a drastic swing either way. But nowadays, with the ceilings of players, if you don't nail the captaincy, that's your week, that's your season gone. And it's just a very frustrating aspect because your whole season, your whole round relies on if you select the right captain or not. And I think that's garbage. I think it's a terrible system. But obviously, yeah, the fact that I Captain Clear and he got sent off, obviously doubly so, but that's it. It is what it is. Nico Hines was 74, Cameron Munster 74, and here's the other thing that absolutely just destroyed me. Matt Burden with a 45, and I traded out Dylan Brown. He got like 80 odd points. Oh my god. Like I told you everything that could go wrong went wrong this week. And the silver lining here is that if I didn't trade out Brown, I'm pretty sure I wouldn't have played him this week anyway, because they were taking on the Panthers. I mean, Brown, he's pretty much got like 50 plus even when the Eels have been shit against good teams. But and it's a classic case of, you should have danced with the one who brought you, because, Brown literally has not let me down all year. He's been absolutely killing it. Even, like I said, even when the Eels have been garbage, he's still banged out 50, 60 points. But I went with Burden for the upside. The Eels have a really tough draw. Obviously, the Panthers game, shit that to smithereens. And Burden definitely has the ceiling over Brown. Like, Brown doesn't really go 100 plus, even when he goes pretty well. So that's why I did it. But Burden he had 2 try assists. I remember looking, and he had like 2 try assists. He was on like 20 points because both try assists were off kicks. And one of them was pretty lucky try assists, I'm not going to lie. They might have taken it off him, honestly. But yeah, he didn't really do anything. He didn't like run the footy. He barely made any tackles. It was a very frustrating game to watch for Burden owners. But I still stand by the trade. Because who have they got? They've got the Cowboys, Warriors, Parramatta, Sharks, Manly. It's not the easiest run, but it is easier than Brown's run. And I don't know. I mean, I am regretting it a little bit, but oh well. We went for a pod play. It didn't work out. I mean, how many people actually own Burden? It's only 10% of teams. So, I mean, that really stuffed me as well. I just hope he can just a couple of big scores and it can look good for me. But I don't know. We'll see. I mean, the Eels have Manly this week at Four Pines Park. They have a tough run. I mean, let's look at the Eels quickly. It was going to be a really tough run. They had Panthers, Manly, Rabbitohs, Bulldogs, which isn't, I don't know, could be tough, could not be, I don't know, who knows. Broncos and Melbourne. So that was tough, but yeah, unfortunately Brown, he got to play against a 12-man team, and it killed me. And then our back line. So this also absolutely killed me, as you can see. I sat Sivo. I didn't play Tass, and obviously I wasn't going to play Anderson, even though, I mean, up against the Warriors, it probably wouldn't have been a bad idea, but Manu killed it, 101, Garrick only 47, Sawali 27, shocking, and then Taylor May 36. Sivo, again, after Cleary he did get that try early when they had 13 on 13, but he got another 2 tries. Still only got 77, so I don't know. I'm still like, I think it's the right decision to sit him, because if he didn't get 2 tries, he would have only scored like 50 points. But he got 2 tries once again. Tass killed it, 68. I'm still pretty happy with the Tass pickup a while ago. And then Anderson, I don't really want him in the team, but I mean, they're taking on the Titans this week, so I don't know. Maybe I play him. Maybe I play him against the Titans. Jesus. And then our fullbacks, Tedesco 72 and Mitchell. Mitchell just didn't really do anything this game. It was, he got 52 points, so whatever. So yeah, it was a shit week. So the big talking point. I got 4 trades left. That's fine. Nathan Cleary is gone for the regular season. Now, it's a bit annoying because, like, Hines obviously turns into the number 1 halfback, and there's not, I don't know. Well, look, so we'll trade out Cleary, right? There actually no, there is one guy that I'm probably going to pick up if he gets named. But if we look, Mitchell Moses, well, Moses is out now, so no. Jerome Hughes, I mean, yeah, maybe. Daly Cherry Evans, I mean, I know it's a bit tough. Like, they were playing with a very understrength team. He still scored 46. It's not that bad. Sam Walker. Ben Hunt, absolutely not. Like, Ben Hunt, it's always surprising when Ben Hunt scores so many low scores. Like, if you look at his scores, he scored 4 points in 80 minutes, 9 points in 80 minutes, 29, 35. Like, it's always weird because Hunt is such a good defender. You would expect him to be, like, really good base stats. Like, he would make 20 tackles, he makes plenty of runs, but I don't know, just when he's playing halfback, I guess he just, I don't know, there's games where he just doesn't really run the footy and make many tackles. Like, it's strange, but like, he's had a pretty good year Supercoach wise, but just those low scores, I could not go with him. It would just, oh my god, it would kill me inside if he actually got 4 points in 80 minutes. Oh god. So I'm not that keen. Are there any other, like, Avarillo as a bit of a pod, playing fullback for the Doggies, looking pretty good. But if we look at his scores since moving to fullback, I don't know when he moved to fullback, probably around this Dragons game you would expect. Like, he was scoring absolute dog. Oh my god, that's trash. Look at the points. And he must have moved to fullback here. 79, 50, 57, 80, 27, 63, 61. It's not a bad pod play, but he just doesn't have the ceiling, if you're being honest. And he still has those potential low scores. So I couldn't go there, but it's not bad. But the guy Cherry Evans, I think, is probably the smartest move. Without the goal kicking, it's not the best. But if we go, I want to look at, I don't even know how much he is. I don't know if he's a bottom dollar cheapie or if he's, he might be a bit more expensive. There he is. Lachlan Miller. Oh my god. So, Will Kennedy is out. I think he's out for the rest of the season now as well with getting surgery. Lachlan Miller is an absolute star. He played the one game and he got 80 points. 82. It was against the Titans. Okay, it's a little frustrating it was against the Titans, but for one, the Sharks have a really good run. They got the Dragons, Tigers, Manly, Bulldogs, Newcastle. That's incredible. If Miller gets named, 100% I'm going Lachlan Miller because he'll play fullback if he gets named. And I just couldn't understand. I honestly, I'd be very shocked if he doesn't get named as the starting fullback. Like, he was so good in his debut game. He makes 20 runs a game. You know, he's got the work rate. He might, I doubt he's going to get insane scores every week because it's not the Titans every week, but he's got that work rate, so he's still going to have really good base, and he's at 205k. Like, I'll be shocked. So I'm going Lachlan Miller straight up. And yeah, the Sharks have such a good run that I really love. I love getting in a Sharks backline player because I don't really have any. I don't have Talakai anymore. I don't have Mulatalo. And yeah, Miller, we'll see. I mean, if he plays or not, we'll find out. And then, so what do we need to do? What do we need to do? I mean, at the end of the day, we don't really need to make another trade. Obviously, Olakau'atu will come back in, and I'll probably just, I don't know, I'll see if Elliott's named. Honestly, if he was out injured, I wouldn't hate it, because it would mean, I could either trade him to anybody, or I just wouldn't have the worry of umming and ahhing, do I play him or not? So, Olakau'atu, Crichton, Fafita, Crichton and Fafita have been disappointing, but I think they're my starters. And then the back line, I still, I don't know. I mean, Garrick and Manu, obviously keepers. Taylor May, I still think is a keeper, but he's obviously Oh, I don't know. I mean, without Cleary and Luai, like, it does have me a little bit worried for Taylor and May. Sawali, I still think is a good pod to have because a lot of people trading him out. Obviously, it sucks he only got 27. Micah Sevo, I still think I'd get rid of Sevo, honestly. Like, I just... Like, I think it's the last 3 weeks, he's got 2 tries, and he's only scored 67, 69, 77. Like, don't get me wrong, he's done great work for me, but it's because of the tries. And I mean, the Eels, he does love scoring tries, but they have a really tough run. So, I mean, we can trade a backline player to literally anybody, because I just made 500k. Who do I get? I mean, the obvious choice is probably Val Holmes. Jesus, Mulatalo is at 439. Honestly, I'm pretty glad I didn't pick up Mulatalo for the bye period. Because he's sort of shit the bed since then. How has his scores been since round 17? Or the bye? Like, he started the year so well too. And then he had a really good run. Big one, and then he's fallen off. 43 against Titans, 57, 57, not bad. 33, 28, and 40. I mean, again, the Sharks have a really good run, but I don't know. Honestly. Alex Johnston, no, I think the Rabbitohs have a really tough run as well. I mean, Johnston, he keeps scoring tries. I mean, they got the Warriors, Parramatta, Panthers, Cowboys, Roosters. I mean, I could get Johnston. I've never liked to, but he just keeps scoring tries. He just keeps banging him, dude. Like, that's pretty much the only spot they can attack is down that left-hand side. So, I don't know. Like, it's not a bad pickup. Tungo, I can't... I'm honestly... This is probably one of my biggest mistakes of the year was selling Tungo. I mean, I should have just got rid of May, honestly. But, yeah, he's just been banging out, like... I don't know. He's getting all the attacking stats lately, and May's been getting nothing. He went 86, 82, 65, 71. Ugh, he's been killing it. But I can't bring Tungo back in. I don't know. It feels wrong to do. Zach Lomax, no. Like I said, Val Holmes is definitely like... I don't know. He feels like a must-have. Like, he is looking so good. And, I mean, he got this against... Well, I was going to say... No, okay, that's right. You're probably going to be like, well, he got 89 against the Dragons. It's not that good. But he was up against Zach Lomax, who... I know Lomax has got a lot of issues, but... Honestly, one-on-one defensively, Lomax is very, very good, in my opinion. You know, I've looked at stats of centers opposing Lomax, and Lomax generally shuts them down. So the fact that Holmes still banged out 89, it's pretty darn good. And he's been. I feel like I've missed the run though, because he wasn't this good at the start. He just wasn't. I mean, he went like 53, 46, 74, 33, 58, 59, 65, and then 99, 86, 119, 89. They have the Bulldogs, Roosters, Warriors, Rabbitohs, Panthers. A bit of an up and down run, but I think out of this, Holmes is probably the best option. He's probably the best option. Jesse Ramian, no, I'm not that keen on anymore. Jesus, Panasini's down to 345,000. What the hell? He must have had a couple of low weeks, that's for sure. And then yeah, there's not too much else I'm that keen on, if I'm being honest. Yeah, Nofaluma going to the Storm. Fucking Jacob Kiraz with a 144 point banger. That's the centre wing. I mean, if we look in the back row, it's either the back row or I guess the front row. But even the front row, well, I wouldn't trade out King. I'd trade out I could just trade out Pole for anyone and just have King as another backup, which wouldn't be, honestly, the worst thing in the world. We can get anyone here as well, but, I mean, you know, Tino's honestly been pretty good. Offengowie's been solid. Payne Haas only got 59 this week, so a lot of people jumped on Haas, but he didn't really produce what he did the week before. I don't know, the front. I feel like I've got the best front rowers. There's just no point in spending money on the front row. They just don't have the upside, apart from Tarpany and Papali'i. And I guess Tino, but I don't think I'm going to go Tino. Just, I don't know. Too many Titans. But if we trade out Elliott, what back rowers? Probably Cameron Murray is probably high priority. I mean, Kikau, honestly, it'll be interesting. Like, without Cleary and Luai, Kikau is going to be very heavily dependent for the Panthers to win, I feel like. Like, they're going to need Kikau to perform very, very well. So maybe Kikau just gets more footy to create more chances. But I don't know. Kalamatangi has hit a bit of a purple patch for sure. You know, Tunga, Offengawi. I mean, Sean Lane's been okay, but no. Fucking Nanai, 158 points. Oh my god, he's up over 700,000. Holy shit. I mean, when we traded him out, I still think it was the right decision, but holy hell, he has come back from Origin a changed man. Look at the points. Anyone that kept strong are absolutely loving life with Nanai. Yeah, Cameron Murray there. I mean, yeah, he's not bad. I mean, Hudson Young, 125. I mean, honestly, I love Hudson Young. It wouldn't be a bad pod. But I feel like his scores this year have been a bit up and down. Like, yeah, you look at the Warriors game, you got 35, 40 against the Storm, but then you see 77, 87, 75, 64, then 36. He's just been very up and down this year that I can't really go with Hudson Young. But I don't know. I think last year I had him and he did me really well. Just really solid points. Cameron Murray, how many minutes is he back to? Oh, so he played 86 minutes. What the hell? He literally didn't have a spell. He played 80 against the Storm the week before, so okay, they're definitely using Murray. He's definitely got his minutes back. I can't believe he's playing such big minutes. Honestly, I thought he was more that 60-odd minute player, but yeah, he's been playing big minutes. Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to. I think Holmes is probably the best decision because, I mean, even Murray, like the ceiling isn't really there. I mean, he's getting 80s, but Holmes is getting 100. So I don't know. I'll sit on it. I think Lachlan Miller. I mean, if he's named, I think he's my absolute certainty for Cleary to go to him. I mean, you know, obviously Cherry Evans is a good pickup as well, but I don't know. I like the Miller pickup. But yeah, hopefully you guys are enjoying the Supercoach action. Hopefully we can bounce back. I'm just, oh man, I'm in all sorts. Make sure to like and comment, and I'll see you guys in the next one.